Here's some inspiration for our second grade collaborative artwork. These are cherry trees in blossom at the state capitol in Salt Lake City just a few days ago. This is the shape of a tree. You can see how the trunk, and then it's really airy, all the branches and blossoms. This is what a close-up of the flowers look like. And looking up into the sky at how the blossoms are on the different branches. And here's some tree bark, so you can see the color. It's like this gray brown color, and there's also some of these kind of maroon red tones. Hi second graders, I wanted to give you a few tips on your collaborative art project that we'll be doing. So we'll have each of you do a small bit of painting that a couple parent volunteers will put together. The 3 painting stations, one will be for tree bark, one will be for the blossom flowers, and another will be for the sky. Each of you will get to have do one step of this. And please, if you can get out, we only need 3 palettes with paintbrushes, so 1 per station, and 1 cup of water per station. And then for the sky, we will additionally need 1 oil pastel. So there'll only be 3 students that will need to borrow their supplies from. All the papers have been supplied in the kits I gave the teachers. So we'll start with the tree bark. There are 2 different colors we're going to be mixing. And the first is we mix red and brown together. And we want to dilute this a lot. What does dilution mean? It means adding water, a lot of water, okay? Because we want a really light color. The second color, and see how I'm mixing on this side of the palette? The second color we'll use black, brown, and a little blue. And again, same thing, dilution. So I keep dipping my paintbrush into the water to add more water to this mixture. Right now it's very, very dark. Actually, I'm going to move over here. This is more the value that we want, kind of this light gray kind of color. Okay, so then what you do is you can wet your brush, and we want to go horizontally across, and the tree bark looks something like this. It's a combination of these 2 colors. And then watch, now I just dip in the water. I don't even have any paint on my brush. I just dip in the water and I'm blending these colors together. Now I'm going to go back into my paint. So it's a combination of going into your paint and then just dipping straight into the water. And I'm going all the way from edge to edge. See this? And this is how I get the tree bark texture. And you can leave a little bit of white, that's kind of like highlights on the bark. Sometimes you'll have like a little knot in the wood. Okay, so that's how we get our tree bark texture. The next station we'll be doing flowers. The flowers are simply diluted red paint. So again, I'm adding so much water to this because the flowers are not red, they're very light pink. So just keep adding water to your mixture over here. And then the petals even that is a little bit dark. So I'm just going to keep adding water. There are 5 petals on these blossoms. Okay, and then I'm not even going to go back and get more paint on my brush because I'm really liking this light pink. So it takes very little amount of paint here. See how light these are? Actually, it might even be kind of hard for you to see from where you're at. So you just fill the page with these flowers. Okay, so this will give you an idea of the blossoms. Again, you'll do one of these stations. Everyone will do one of these stations. So there are the flowers. And then lastly, for the sky. So for the sky, we take our white pastel and can kind of clean off the end. And we want to just draw some clouds, whatever kind of shapes you want. And then we'll go and paint with the blue. So same concept here, very, very diluted. And we can remember what happens with the oil pastel and the watercolor. They resist each other, so you'll have these areas of white left on your paper. Okay, see how I'm going all the way to the edges here? And then sometimes again, I'm just dipping right into the water, not even bringing in more pigment or more color every time. And I'm liking that. So this is my sky, my clouds. Okay, so that's the last one. Okay, have fun with this project. There's no right and wrong. It's all your own artistic journey. Thanks.